In this video, we will study how to understand music, to read music, and notation. Step 1. The stave. The stave is an important part of musical notation. It is simply 5 horizontal lines stacked on top of each other, each with a space in between for notes. Lines or spaces can hold notes. Notes come in a variety of different shapes and sizes, but it's simply the circular oval-like note head that determines the pitch of the note. Step 2. Clefs. Even though there are 80 possible pitches, there are only 9 places for notes to go on the stave. Therefore, we need to add context to the stave. Therefore, a symbol called a clef is used. There are 3 main types of clefs. The first main type of clef is known as the treble clef. The treble clef is like a stylized G. The bottom line of the treble clef is middle E, E4. And every consecutive line or space always is 1 up in the alphabet, looping back to A when it is G. So after E4 is F4, then G4, then A4, then B4, and then C5, because in music, when we get to C, the octave increases by 1. Then D5, then E5, then F5 is the top note of the treble clef. Moving on to the bass clef. The bass clef is a stylized F. The bottom line of the bass clef is G, G2. Then the rules are like the treble clef. After G2 is A2, then B2, then C3. Remember the rule, when we get to C, we go up by an octave, then D3, then E3, then F3, then G3, and then A3 is the top line of the bass clef. The third type of main clefs are known as the C clefs. The C clefs have a stylized C as their symbol. There are 5 types of C clefs. They are very complex, so you don't need to learn them all unless you are doing viola music. The center of the C clef always defines middle C, C4. Then you can work out the rest by counting upwards or downwards on the stave. The C clefs from lowest to highest are baritone clef. The baritone clef has its center centered on the top line of the stave. Tenor clef. The center of the tenor clef has its center on the second top line of the stave. Alto clef. The alto clef has its center on the middle line. Soprano and mezzo-soprano clefs. The mezzo-soprano clef has its center on the second bottom line, while the soprano clef has its center on the bottom line. There are also extensions to the stave known as ledger lines. Ledger lines are simply, extensions to the stave. You just add lines extending above the stave or dropping below the stave to add notes wherever you want them to go. And that's pretty much all you need to know about notation. Be sure to like, share and subscribe in order to see more videos like this one. Thank you for watching.